Yes, I think that's a major part of it. But it's of course bigger than that, because all of this started under Obama. But erasing the Trump legacy is very important. You know, the national security advisor for Biden, Jake Sullivan, he recently said that we're living through a period where domestic politics is foreign policy and where foreign policy is domestic politics. I think that's actually the starting point for any major initiative that the United States is taking anywhere in the world. So the first thing that they wanted to do when they came in was to punish those leaders in the Middle East, and that would be Mohammed bin Salman, Bibi Netanyahu especially, also Erdogan, who were seen or understood in the United States to have close relations with Donald Trump, personal relations with Donald Trump. Biden has made a point of distancing himself from all of those leaders, not calling them on the telephone, for example, criticizing, having sponsoring criticisms of them in the media, and so forth. That's just to send a signal to them, but also to everybody else, that if you help Donald Trump or the Republicans in general with their foreign policy initiatives, that when the Democrats come to power, you're going to be held to account. But I think it goes beyond that as well, because in the back of their mind, or in the front of their mind, always has been this idea of realigning with Iran. That was Obama's great innovation. And Donald Trump, not only did he reverse that, but Donald Trump also started to build an alternative system in the region based on the Abraham Accords, the peace agreements between Bahrain, the UAE, and Israel. And that's an alternative system, an alternative understanding, not just of relations between the Arab states and Israel, but of the United States and the region. The Biden administration and the former Obama team, they want to cut a deal with Iran in Iraq, in Syria, in Yemen, in Lebanon, where they recognize the Iranian position and they work with the Iranians to stabilize the region. That's the dream they have. I think it's ridiculous, and I think it will fail, but that's what they're trying to do. And Donald Trump came in with an alternative understanding of the United States as the leader of a coalition designed to contain Iran. And so they want to erase that. They want to erase it, and they think the easiest way to erase it is to go after Saudi Arabia, because those Abraham Accords would not have taken place if Saudi Arabia hadn't approved it, at least didn't oppose it. Yeah. And the next step in turning that system into a real vital regional system would have been to work toward greater Saudi-Israeli understanding. And this team wants to foil it. The support for Israel is such in the United States, it's so strong that they don't want to try to foil it by going directly after Israel or by directly criticizing the Abraham Accords. They just want to downgrade them so that they become agreements on paper, but have no sort of larger significance for U.S. relations with the whole Middle East.